Here's how I know, though, that I'm not an adult, and this is probably one of the reasons that it ended. We were in New York City, and we got in one of those fights, and she did you know what? I don't want to talk about this. It's the middle of the day, outside. She starts walking away, and something came over me. I don't know why. There was a voice back here that said, stay, don't follow her. Because usually I'd follow her, stop her, apologize. I decided to see what would happen if I didn't follow her. So I let her walk away, and I had no plan. I just didn't move. And so I kept watching her, and I thought, I'm gonna wait until she disappears. First thing I learned is I have great eyesight. Didn't know that about me. So it took like 5 hours for her to disappear. Like, she was like this big. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But then she disappeared into the city of New York. She was gone. Something happened to me. I had like this weight off my shoulders, and I looked around because I had no plans now, no commitments, and I didn't know what to do. And then, right when I'm thinking what to do, the wind hits my face and starts pushing me this way. And I said out loud to myself, I'm gonna let the wind take me. Which looks, if you even watch me for a minute, I look like a lunatic. I was doing things I didn't do. Like I watched a street performer. I ended up in a park. I was watching this street performer and I was into it. I usually don't stop and do that. And this guy just had me. It's like when I watch movies on a plane and I cry. And I don't know why I cry on a plane, but I had that moment. I'm crying watching this guy perform. I'm the only one watching him. And he looks at me and he goes, hey man, you seem different. And I was like, he knows, you know, like I had a drug he didn't know about. I looked at him, I'm like, I'm letting the wind take me. So he goes, that's awesome, dude. Where's the wind taking you now? I'm like, I don't, you know, it's in a park. Can't judge the wind here. And he goes, well, you need to go on a boat tour. I'm like, I'm going on a boat tour. So me and Rico go on a boat tour. He came with me, okay? And that was the greatest thing I could have done. I go on this boat tour with him. It's great. I see the Statue of Liberty. He shows me how he gets crowds and dances on the boat. I Snapchat it. It takes me to Ellis Island. I learn things. Colton, you piece of shit, okay? Then I get off the boat. It's like 5 hours later, I realize I just left my girlfriend alone in New York City for 5 hours. I need to figure that out. So like Rico goes, what are we gonna do? And I said, I gotta go figure out my relationship. He looks at me and he says, you can't leave without getting the best ice cream in the city. I'm like, I don't even eat ice cream. He's like, come on. I'm like, all right. So I go on to get ice cream with Rico, and I'm heading home thinking I'm gonna lie to figure out how to get out of this thing. I'm gonna go back to the hotel, get a plan, and figure that out. Thinking she wouldn't be there. But when I walked in, she's standing in the middle of the hotel room. And the level of fear I had, I've never felt. You ever get hot ears in your life? It's like when an adult yells at you as a kid that's not your father, like, hey, and you're like, pee, you know? And here's why. Because nothing says, I don't give a shit about our relationship more than holding an ice cream cone. Like another woman I could have explained easier than an ice cream cone. Like if you saw a parent talking about a missing kid, but he's like, I want to get my daughter back holding ice cream. You're like, he killed that girl. My point is, I'm single.